Hey everybody, welcome to the first Ask Romero Q&A video. If you didn't know, on our Discord we asked a bunch of the people, hey, you have any questions you want to ask John? And if so, throw them in here and he'll answer them. So we've chosen some of those questions for me to answer. And if you want to ask some questions, head on over to discord.gg/Romero and start asking some questions. Okay, so this is from Dewsome, Dewsome. You're on a quickly sinking ship and must evacuate to an uninhabited island. You only have time to grab one thing, the bag with the hair care products or the bag with the Buckethead albums? Buckethead, obviously. Because if I'm on an island, my hair is not going to save anything or keep me entertained as much as Buckethead albums. The next one is from Discord Schuber, Shoober. How did it feel seeing the first-person shooter genre get created and be influenced, and really gaming as a whole change as much as it did because of something you and your friends made? It's pretty cool, after Wolfenstein, which was the first fun FPS, people immediately started making copies of that kind of game, and we were fine with that because I wanted to play stuff like that as well. And then we made Doom, which really changed everything. It was such a much better game, and I was excited to play more games like that. So I immediately licensed the Doom engine to Raven Software so they could make Heretic, and at the end of 1994, that's when Doom 2 and Heretic came out, and it was great because we had more really cool games to play. And it was only 3 months later that Dark Forces came out from LucasArts, and I was just so excited to play a bunch of other FPSs that I didn't have anything to do with. It was really fun. From Engel 1916, would you say that your map concepts in Thy Flesh Consumed influenced how you designed Sigil? Perfect Hatred feels quite a lot like a proto-Sigil map. So I think I only did 2 maps in Thy Flesh Consumed, E2M2 or E4M2 and E4M6. And they didn't really. The only thing that was as influential, if we say there was some influence from Thy Flesh Consumed, is E4M2. I wanted to have a little bit of that feeling on map 2 because I like these. Sometimes there's these coincidences or planned coincidences where map 2 of episode 4 has you standing behind some enemies, and then the other enemies are throwing fireballs at you, and there you can move and dodge, but as soon as you get too close or you start shooting, the guys right in front of you are going to start shooting at you, or you can just have them infight. And I wanted the same thing to happen in episode 5, map 2. So I wanted the same kind of thing, which is how I set up the beginning of that map, where there's shotgunners in front of you taking hits from imps far away. So I kind of did the same thing. So yeah, I'd say that was, Perfect Hatred was the setup for the second level in Sigil. Let's see, from Lena, what would have been your least favorite level to either play through or design for Doom? And it can apply for Doom 2, Doom 1, Doom 2, or in Sigil. Least favorite level to play through or design? Well, it's different. So playthrough, I didn't make all the levels in Doom. So it could have been a level probably from episode 3 in Doom 1. Doom 2, love all the levels in Doom 2. They're all really, really fun. And Sigil, I like all of Sigil's maps. I don't have a least favorite Sigil map. They're all really, really fun. So yeah, Doom 1, episode 3, there's probably one map somewhere in there. Not E3M6, because that's one of my favorite maps. Let's see, from Zwaka. What is your favorite thing to do in life? Anything. Jeez, so many things. But I really like playing games. obviously. I like playing shooters. I like playing all kinds of stuff. I like death matching when we have our death jam, which is like a weekend of Quake, where people from all over Ireland and other countries come over and basically just spend time death matching all weekend long. It's super fun. Game jams, love game jams. We had at least two last year. They're really, really fun. We'll go to Metroid Hatchling. What is your favorite Mexican restaurant in Phoenix or anywhere else in the Southwest US? In Phoenix, I'd have to say Teepee's. Teepee is amazing. I've eaten there for years. In Tucson, there's several. Carichimaka is my favorite because I've been going there forever. It opened in 1949. But Mineritos is also really, really great because it tastes just like my grandma's food. Let's see, this is from... Oh, John is here. Let's see. Mr. Romero, what is the weirdest item a fan has ever asked you to sign? I don't know. They're not... I've signed a bunch of different things, but I don't think that they're weird, like signing someone's phone, signing someone's laptop. I've signed somebody's arm that they tattooed my name on them. That's happened a couple times. Maybe that's the weirdest one. Ryab, how much have you kept up with the guys from the old id days? Who are you still in contact with, and any plans for Doom's big 30th anniversary next year? Let's see, kept up with, God, pretty much everybody. Even John Carmack, I've emailed him, a couple times when big things happen. I messaged Tom Hall a lot. I met up with Tom in San Francisco just last week. Adrian, he used to own a hotel here in Ireland, and we'd hang out a lot. Jay Wilbur, I email Kevin Cloud every once in a while, like once a month or so. Jay Wilbur's at Epic, and I actually talked to him less than John Carmack, I think. But I've known Jay since 1986, and we've been friends for a really long time, but we just haven't really intersected too much, in the past several years. This was CCH Pounder. John, Brenda, do you have a favorite kind or flavor of coffee and or tea? Loved sex and video games, Brenda. So I don't drink coffee. Brenda loves coffee. I don't know if she has a favorite kind because she kind of changes them every once in a while. She does have espresso though. She doesn't have actually full coffee, is too much. And I actually like tea. I only like iced tea, not really warm tea. My favorite iced tea is Lipton sweet tea. And they don't have that here in Ireland. So I really don't have tea much here at all. Soda Linux, how did you react when Doom became popular when it came out? I played it a lot. Like everybody was playing it. There's a lot of deathmatch happening. But like when it was popular, when it came out, like we were making Doom too. Like we were really busy. I was also busy working on Heretic. Even though Raven was working on it, I was designing and kind of directing the team. So there's a lot of work, but also there was a lot of stuff going on around us. Just lots of people were playing the game. Usenet was full of people posting. There was a new Usenet group, alt.games.doom, that was huge. People talked on IRC. It was just a lot of activity back then, and that was before like a bunch of websites, like really pre-websites. Fjorn, also John, will you have Buckethead again for Sigil 2? Yes. In fact, Sigil 1 had 9 levels. That's 9 Buckethead songs. Sigil 2, 30 levels, 30 Buckethead songs. So way cooler. And still, it was hard picking like the 9 great songs for Sigil 1. It's still going to be difficult for Sigil 2 because he's made 1,000 songs at least, and they're so great. So yeah, I'm going to have a fun time trying to whittle it down to 30 even. Flat. F-L-A-T. What is your favorite part when mapping? designing a level or enemies placement or what? It's kind of all of it. You know, I feel like I enjoy the architectural part maybe a little bit more, because I like when levels kind of open up when you do something and then walls come down and things come up out of the ground and all that stuff. You know, maybe it's raising up some monsters or whatever. So I kind of like the architectural part a little bit, probably more than the enemy placement, but the enemy placement is kind of core to the entire reason why you're making the level. And it's really fun figuring out how to do really good enemy placement, because that's really the, like, what is the heartbeat of the level? When are you engaging with enemies? When are you able to just like look around and explore and then get surprise attacked or whatever? So they go hand in hand when you're making a level, but I'd say architectural just a little bit more, and then, all the enemy and item placement and secrets and all that kind of stuff are right after that. And then Pasta says, how was it like to start your own video game company, and what were some challenges you faced going from id to Romero Games? Do you ever miss working at id? Okay, so id Software was my 4th game company. I started my first game company in '82 when I started making games. Full-time, or most of the time, and that was, I think I was 14. So I had my first game company as Capital Ideas Software. My second game company was in 1988. I'd already worked at Origin Systems, and I quit to start a game company called Inside Out Software, which is where I ported Might and Magic 2 from the Apple II to the Commodore 64. And then right after that, I started a company called Ideas from the Deep with my friend Lane. And we made probably about 5 different games with Ideas from the Deep. Then started id Software. Then started Iron Storm. Then started Monkey Stone Games. And then started Gazillion Entertainment. And then started Lutra. And then started Romero Games. And we also have a game company called Romero Events. So I'm on my 10th game company now. Yeah, I've learned a lot of stuff. Challenges, there's too many challenges to even talk about right now. Like just making a company and trying to survive and make money is a challenge. So there's a lot of other things that happen when you start hiring people and have to deal with taxes and, you know, contracts and external development, all kinds of stuff. So there's a whole business course kind of thing like that I've done on LinkedIn that you can check out. But yeah, it's like I could write a whole book on business stuff. But it is a challenge, but you should not worry too much about that. Just start a company and start making stuff. Thanks for watching, and tune in again next time. We'll be opening up the Discord for questions, so head on over and join the fun. Until next time, see ya.